Hi, friends, and welcome back to 5 Minutes with Faith in Motion. So, today let's talk about something that sounds simple but is anything but loving people. Not the easy people, not the ones who agree with you, not the ones who make it comfortable, but the hard ones. Have you ever found yourself thinking, why is this so difficult? Or why does this relationship drain me? Why do I feel misunderstood? If that hits home for you, let's sit with this together. Because Jesus never said that love would be easy. So in Matthew 5:44, Jesus says, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." That's not soft language, right? That's radical. And loving difficult people doesn't mean pretending you weren't hurt. It doesn't mean approving harmful behavior. And it doesn't mean having no boundaries. It means choosing grace over retaliation. It means choosing humility over pride. It means choosing obedience when comfort would be much easier. One of the hardest forms of love is loving when you're misunderstood. 1 Corinthians 13 says, "Love is patient and kind." It doesn't say love is proven right. It doesn't say love wins the argument, right? Sometimes loving well means releasing the need to be fully understood by everyone and trusting that God sees your heart. And then there's this tension we don't talk about enough, the love with boundaries. Proverbs says, "Above all else, guard your heart." Jesus loved deeply, and he still withdrew to pray. He rested. He stepped away from crowds. He protected the mission. Healthy boundaries don't cancel love, they protect it. You can love someone and still say no. You can care and still create space. You can forgive and still guard your heart. That's wise love. And then there's the kind of love that costs you comfort. Philippians 2 says to value others above yourselves. That sounds beautiful until it interrupts your schedule, right? Love asks you to show up when you're tired, to listen when you'd rather just be done, to serve when it's inconvenient. That's the kind of love Jesus modeled. Not selective love, but sacrificial love. But here's something important. God doesn't ask you to love from an empty tank. Psalm 23 says, "He restores my soul." If loving feels impossible right now, maybe the invitation isn't try harder. Maybe it's come closer. Because love flows best from a restored heart. And then there's the final layer, loving without keeping score. See, 1 Corinthians 13 also says, "Love keeps no record of wrong." That's hard because it's easy to mentally tally that they didn't show up, or they said this to me, or they hurt me. But keeping score keeps the wound alive. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing not to carry the weight forward. And when that weight drops, your heart just gets lighter automatically. Jesus says the world will know we are His by the way we love. Not perfectly, but intentionally. Loving people when it's not easy is where faith becomes visible. It's where faith in motion stops being a phrase and starts being lived out daily. So here's your step for the week. Instead of asking, who deserves my love? Ask, how can I reflect Jesus right here in this situation? Maybe it's praying for someone who irritates you. Maybe it's setting a healthy boundary for yourself. Maybe it's choosing not to replay an old offense over and over again. Maybe it's simply asking God to refill what feels empty. Love isn't just something we feel, it's something that we practice. And when we choose it, even imperfectly, we reveal the heart of Christ. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with me with Faith in Motion. If this encouraged you, please share it with someone that might be navigating a hard relationship right now. And remember, love moves when faith moves. Until next time, God bless.